So, number one, combine like terms. Again, you can write whatever you need to help you on each problem. So, Morgan, go ahead.
6x to the third. Minus 6x squared.
Very good.
Minus 7.
Right. This negative makes the 2 and the 7 negative, right? So all we're doing is combining like terms. It could be addition or subtraction. Now, on the exam, it has 20 multiple choice problems, and it has 9, what do you call the other one? Extended response. But just like, yes, that's what I just said. That's 29 total. So there's only 25 on the practice. So a couple of them on the practice, that type might be on both parts. That's all, okay? But there's 29 on the exam. All right, let's do number 2. Good start. I'll give you a couple minutes to do it, and then we'll go over it. Come on, Riley. Get a 5. All you got to do is try each problem. You get a 5 today. Yeah. Do the 3 and then the 2 and then combine like that. What?
So for this one right here.
And then combine. Come on, let's practice. Again, if you guys stay focused these next 5 days, you really won't have to do anything outside of class to get ready for this exam.
Yes, sir.
All right, trying to make it as painless as possible for you. We ready? Just about. Okay. Good job. Way to work. Okay. Distribute twice, right? Distribute the 3x. Distribute the -2. Now we're going to combine like terms. You guys with me so far? Is that what you did, hopefully? So Rachel had a birthday yesterday. Tell her happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rachel.
Rachel, what's the answer?
6x to the 4th minus 13x to the 3rd plus 12x squared minus 8x.
So you're not participating? Is that what you're telling me?
No, mine.
You're not getting your 5 today?
Oh, she's
Oh,
cheating.
no, I
Where's the bro?
Questions?
Where's the bro?
Okay, again, I don't know how close order-wise they are. Like, normally our quizzes and tests are same type of problem, same numbers, right? Exam doesn't quite match up with the practice, but all these types of problems are on the exam, okay? Doesn't match up quite right, so that's okay. Who can help me out with this one? Anybody remember what's the first step?
Don't you take out the 3 and put it in a box? But
Not the 3, but we do put a box, you're right.
Oh,
One.
1.
One, negative one.
Well, is it 1 or negative 1?
1.
One.
Good. It's 1. It's whatever makes what you're dividing by equal to 0, right? So basically it's the opposite of what you see. Okay, now what do I put? 3, negative 5. No.
Negative two.
What's missing? X is missing, so what do I have to put?
0.
0. So don't forget about that little detail. Remember, if it starts out x cubed, there needs to be an x squared and x, then the constant. Okay? To start out at x to the 4th, you need a third, second, to the first power, and a constant. If the constant's missing, put a 0 on the end. Okay? Remember the 0 part. Okay? Then we make a line, giving us some room under the numbers. What do we do with this 3?
Bring it down.
Bring it down below the line, right? So that's what it looks like when we start for synthetic division. Is it coming back to us?
Yes.
Do we know what to do next?
Yep.
Olivia?
Multiply the 3 by the 1.
Right, 1 times 3 is 3, and then what?
You add it.
Add them. Okay, finish it up. And write the answer, and then I'll finish it up here in a minute. You guys in the health tech, I forgot to put your grades in, I guess. Sorry about that. I was in a hurry Friday to get out of here.
Why are it separated? Yeah.
They do that to me every year. There's what, 5 of you in here or something? In career tech
3x minus 2.
or health tech?
I never.
3x minus
I wasn't here.
You don't
remember
Okay, what's the next number? -2. Then what? -2 up here, which is another -2, right? And then another -2. No, yeah. But it's -4 there, right? So what's my answer? Rach? No. Ray? No idea, huh? Addie?
Is it 3x to 10 seconds?
Yeah, it's 1 less. This started out 3x cubed, so our answer is 1 less as far as the exponent goes. So 3x squared, then minus 2x, minus 2. What do we call the -4? That's our remainder, right?
And do we put that over x minus 1?
Yes. You can put minus and 4 over x minus 1, or if you always like to put plus and just make it -4, either way. Most of the time I like to put plus, and then if it's a negative remainder, I put it up there. If it's positive, I don't worry about a sign. Questions on synthetic division? That's not too bad, is it? Okay. All right. So, number 4. What's the first thing I taught you to look for when we factor? GCF. Very good. Greatest common factor. Does this have a GCF? Yes. What is it?
4x.
Yeah, 4x to the third. Remember, variables can be part of the GCF, right? If you got the same variable in every term, you take the smallest exponent, which in this case would be the 3, right? So now I divide. How many terms will be in my parentheses? 2, because I started out with 2. When I take out a GCF, there still should be 2 in the parentheses. So 4x to the 5th divided by 4x to the 3rd is x squared. Good. Negative 100x to the 3rd divided by 4x to the 3rd, negative 25. What's the second thing I asked you or told you you should look for when you're doing factoring? Difference of squares. Is that a difference of squares?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So when we do a difference of squares and our GCF doesn't change, we make 2 sets of parentheses, and then we just take square roots. What's the square root of x squared? X squared of 25. Then what? Minus and a plus, or plus and minus, doesn't matter, right? 1 of each. But it's got to be minus between the 2 squares, right? So we just factored that completely. Questions? That's not too bad either, is it? You good so far? All right. Now this one says solve by factoring. Okay. Again, I look for a GCF. Is there? No, we got to group them, right? Because it's got 4 terms. We do grouping. All right. So remember, 4 terms. We group. And usually when we group first 2, last 2. If that 3rd term, like this case, is minus, put the minus in the group. And then I always just put a little plus sign up above. And then what do? Once we know we're grouping, we're going to look for a GCF from each group, right? So what's the GCF of the first group? X squared. Good. What's the GCF of the second group? Yeah, negative 25. Whenever that 3rd term's negative, pull that negative sign out. So when we do GCFs, we divide them. What's x cubed divided by x squared? What's 3x squared divided by x squared? 3. What's negative 25x divided by negative 25? 1x, right? And what's negative 75 divided by negative 25? Positive 3. Is it working out like we want? Yeah. Remember, this equals 0 right now. We're trying to solve this one. We're not just factoring, we're solving it. Okay? So one of my factors is x plus 3. What's my other one? X squared minus 20. You guys seen this before? Yeah. You can factor it, x plus 5 and x minus 5. Or I'll show you how else you can do it, just to remind you can do it that way. What is this answer? Most of you can look and tell me it's negative 3, right? But that's the work we're supposed to do. Now, here's another way you can do. You can factor that x plus 5 and x minus 5 and set it, get positive and negative 5. That's fine. Or you can do it this way, which we learned. We just haven't done one like this for a while. I wanted to remind you, you could do this if you desire to. Just add 25 to both sides. And then what? Yeah, square root them, right? But you got to remember what symbol. Yeah, you got to remember plus or minus. That's where the 2 plus 5 and minus 5 come from. So you can do it that way too if you wanted, if you're solving it. If we were just factoring it, we'd have to do like we did in the problem before. Questions? Got it written down? Good. So that's it for the 5 today. Now, I'm gonna pass out your extra credit. I need to see all the work to get all, how many? 6 you can get.
6 points.
You can get 6 summative bonus points. And I need to see all the work. Due when? Wednesday. This Wednesday.
No, you can wait.
Oh, that's what we just did. That's what I need.
That's the kid like.
First,
Hats and dollars.
should I get my mouse?
No, not yet.
You bust up a full.
Okay, when you do, at least it's possible by mistake.
Yeah.
So,
I can trick
I wanna try to-
you said you need the work, correct? Yes. Mike is just right the answer. Correct. He said.
There's no way. Oh, you guys don't. No. Oh, do that? Have you?
What?
If him and Travis like switch places, we will never know. Like, that they switch.
Dude, it's so obvious.
No, yeah, I can tell.
They look. They look. So different.
Well, when you've been going to school with them for like the past like how many years? Like my house.
Yeah, there's such a you're sketch. Why do you laugh like that? Something.
Did I give one to Drew? Livy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I give one to you?
Yeah.
Okay.